In this tutorial, you will learn when to use the genitive case. There are several rules you need to know that will help you remember when you need to use the genitive case in Russian. First, let's list them all at once. You need to use the genitive case when indicating the possession expressed by the preposition of or apostrophe s in English. In expressions I have, you have, Ivan has, for the subject, meaning whoever has something, is genitive. When something is absent, like in expression there is no or I don't have, in this case whatever is missing is going to be in the genitive case. After numbers 2, 3, and 4, use nouns in the genitive case. And after some prepositions that require the genitive case, for example, the Russian equivalents for the prepositions for, from, until, or to. Now let's look at each of these rules in more detail. We start with possession. In English, you can say, this is the suitcase of Ivan, or this is Ivan's suitcase. Here's another example. This is the room of Tamara, or this is Tamara's room. In Russian, instead of using a preposition or an apostrophe, you will just change the ending of the noun into genitive. For the first phrases, you will have «Это чемодан Ивана». For the second set of sentences, you will have «Это комната Тамары». Note that the word that signifies the owner is always second. The genitive case is also used in the expressions I have, you have, Ivan has, again to signify somebody who has something. Note that unlike in English, the person who has something is in genitive. For example, in English you say, I have a brother, Vadim. And in Russian you say, У меня есть брат Vadim, which basically means that something is at me or owned by me. Here is another example. Do you have a visa? In Russian is, У вас есть виза? Please note that in this expression, the genitive noun is preceded by the preposition у меня, у вас. We also use genitive in Russian to indicate that we do not have something or that something is missing. To express it, you will use the word нет and noun and genitive. For example, for these sentences, the Russian equivalents will be Здесь нет телефона. У меня нет сувенира. You probably already noticed that when we say phrases like I don't have something, we will have two words in genitive. For example, in the sentence У меня нет телефона, we have both the word меня and the word телефона in the genitive case. Меня is in genitive because I am the one who has or doesn't have something. The word phone is in genitive because it's something I don't have. Here is another example. Это Ирина. У Ирины нет телефона. Also, the form of the noun changes into genitive after the numbers 2, 3, and 4. For example, when you say one suitcase, you would use the default nominative form чемодан. Один чемодан. But as soon as you change the number to 2, or 3, or 4, the form of the word will change. Два чемодана. Три чемодана. 4 чемодана. Now let's take a second and review the various forms for the numbers 1 and 2 in Russian. The word 1 has 3 forms: masculine, один, neuter, одно, and feminine одна. For example, if one is followed by a masculine word, you would say один чемодан. When it is followed by a neuter noun, you would use одно метро. When it's followed by a feminine noun, you would use одна сумка. Please note that the word two has only two forms. For masculine and neuter, you would use the word два. For example, два чемодана, два метро. And for feminine, you would use the word две. For example, две сумки. All other numbers have only one form. The genitive case in Russian is also used after certain prepositions. Here are some of them. Из, далеко от, до, для, у, с, до. Now let's take a look at some examples with these prepositions. The preposition is. Это я. Это Айова. Я из Айовы. Далеко от. Это Айова. Это Москва. Айова далеко от Москвы. Для. Это я. Это мой муж. Это подарок. Это подарок для мужа. The preposition у is mostly used in expressions I have, you have, and so on. Это я. Это мой муж. У меня есть муж. С, до. Это утро. Это вечер. С утра до вечера. Давайте потренируемся. Let's practice. You will see a series of sentences. For each sentence, decide whether some of the words should or shouldn't be in genitive. You have 3 seconds to come up with an answer before I explain it. The word tourist will be in the genitive case because he is someone who has something. None of the words are in the genitive case here because there is no situation where you would need to use the genitive case. The word Wednesday will be in the genitive case in Russian because it follows the preposition until, or in Russian, до. In this sentence, 2 words, the businessman and the suitcase, will be in the genitive case. The businessman will be in the genitive case because he's the one who doesn't have something, and the suitcase will be in the genitive case because it's missing. In this sentence, 2 words will be in the genitive case, I and you. I will be in the genitive case because I'm the one who has something. You will be in the genitive case because it follows the preposition for, or для in Russian. In this sentence, 3 words will be in the genitive case, you, a souvenir, and me. You will be in the genitive case because you are the one who doesn't have something. A souvenir will be in the genitive case because it's missing, we don't have it. And me is going to be in the genitive because it follows the preposition for. Now let's take a look at the Russian phrases. У туриста есть карта. Это музей. Я занят до среды. У бизнесмена нет чемодана. У меня есть сувенир для тебя. У вас нет сувенира для меня. Now let's review the uses of the genitive case in Russian one more time. We use genitive to express possession expressed by the preposition of or apostrophe s in English. In expressions I have, you have, Ivan has, to indicate whoever has something. When something is absent or missing, in expressions like there is no or I don't have something, for whatever is missing. After numbers 2, 3, and 4, and finally after some prepositions that require the use of the genitive case, for example, the Russian equivalents for the prepositions for, from, until, to,